spiritual warfare be looking like this?
That made us walk in the direction of where darkness would get offended. So when it happens, you just fill time. Because that's what we're trading our entire lives for anyway. That's what these ascended masters figured out. The 86,400 second lottery that every single one of us win until the end of the day that we're no longer here. We're all playing with the same pot, my friends. We get renewed every day until we don't. But we don't know when that will be. It's like in Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, how he says the one that drives the sheep through the desert, the sheep being the people that are going through caravanning, and the leader of it says, I am where I am until I'm not, and today is as good as any to die, so why not be willing to play full out to the level where we are willing to put ourselves out there and try something that we never thought we could possibly do, because we always left it up for someone else. But if we had the ability to actually conceive it and can bring ourselves to believe it, then we have the ability to actually achieve it if we are willing to take action. Because even when you order pizza, you have to get yourself halfway there. You have to get off the couch to get to the door to actually receive the delivery person who did everything else to get that pizza to you when you ordered it. And like the cosmic kitchen, that actually is the way that we are able to place our order into the cosmic kitchen for what we desire to manifest in the whole law of attraction phenomenon that was popularized back in the early 2000s. And then all of those orders are then sent to the kitchen and brewed and stewed and then returned back to us in the form of what we ordered, delivered by a waitress even, who then still has to take it to the table and put it in front of us, and we then still are the ones that then must lift our fork to our mouth to feed ourselves. We are the ones that always must do the remainder of the work. And so in times like what we're experiencing right now, we just have to learn to go with the flow and be willing to connect with people and be patient. We have to learn to exercise kindness, understanding and compassion, empathy, the ability to relate to someone else, to understand that we have never walked a day in their shoes. We have no comprehension of where they have walked that day either, and therefore we must each show greater compassion and mercy towards each other. We must show to each other that we care, genuinely. We must be willing to not only connect and correct for the sake of ourselves, we must be willing to learn to correct for the sake of being a responsible parental guidance role model, which is ultimately what we all aspire to be. We're all children who are in the process of growing up. And if we actually could learn that one of the greatest parental teams available to us are of the higher mind, not just mind, but heart too, the one that originated all of us, regardless of the box that we put God into, and then the sons that came from that one, the SUNs incarnate in us, and then the ones who came before and planted those seeds of Christ consciousness within us. Michael Seegers, take it away. If you could, you would, I'm sure. WTF is all we have to say to ourselves when things get so frustrating as to prevent us from doing what is required. And yet, what if exactly what happens is what was meant to happen, and that nothing was happening to us, but everything was happening for us? And the delay in Michael being able to take the lead was the universe's way of making sure that we understood just how powerful we are as the inner parental team for ourselves. This seems an appropriate place to plug the Inner Child Peace Summit that Tim Wheatley and I will be hosting in November. So be tuned for that. It is the first Thursday of the month from 4 till 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what I promise to do in all of what I am doing now is to bring you the best of the people that have been doing the inner work to help make sure that our houses don't fall when the storms come, and they're coming. There are some big changes, serious changes that are taking effect. And as any leadership team turns over, there is disturbance and disruption underneath. On the ground floor, there is ruckus. The waves of the tsunami wash onto the beach and take away people, places, things that previously we knew to be a certain way and now are different.
Okay. So I was describing my understanding of the term master, and I noticed that in the context of judo, when you get to about a 5th degree level, your execution of technique in all of your techniques is pretty much flawless. And at that point, you demonstrate mastery, and it's very self-evident. And I relate that to other fields. When you talk about somebody who is a master machinist or a master of the craft in whatever their field of endeavor, the master is demonstrably far exceeding the more common expert.
Masters exceed experts in understanding and mastery of the thing that all of us are working towards gaining expertise in. I suspect would be what he would have continued to have said before he got frozen and taken away from us again. Sometimes things just truly don't go the way that you had expected. And sometimes, despite the frustration, we have to be willing to say, okay, we're doing our best and we're filling in the blanks. And what I promised Michael was that I would be like a broadcaster who filled in the blanks when technology got interrupted. So there were no awkward pauses. And yet with that, we also have to understand the importance of pregnant pauses, both in conversation. Are you feeling awkward? Or are you reading my cues to know that it's okay and just waiting? Are you getting frustrated by the delay and understanding the point? Just check yourself before you wreck yourself, is what's required. We're being tested right now in this moment as we talk about mastery. Of course, it makes sense that we would get tested this way. He was there. He's joining still. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Sometimes you do get frustrated. And then you just have to say, okay, it is what it is. Michael Seegers.
I cannot see you.
I can see your picture. There.
Yeah, okay, now you're back. Okay. So I don't know what it froze. How far did I speak?
You got to the place of differentiating between a master and an expert.
Yeah, did you hear me talking about at the 5th Dan level?
You had spoken.
It's already frozen again.
You had spoken about the 5th level, and then the fact that mastery
What is it doing now?
expertise is different. I can still hear you. Clearly, you can't hear me. The frustration is tangible. 7:10. 58 minutes. It's true. I want to put eucalyptus salve on my lips only because it's the only thing I got near.
Convenience is king sometimes.
And it's natural. It's true. Eucalyptus salve. Michael! Hello, Michael.
I'm thinking that this is probably going to work better.
Oh, let's see how long you stay on now.
Yeah.
I think we need daylight for this. I think it's just too much darkness right now.
Huh.
Did you disconnect the telephone call?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that happened by itself.
No, I did it. No, I did that. I just got a message that says, well, thank you. Now I know where Joe Biden got his plan from. To something that I'd sent him. Or her. I don't know whether that's a man or female. So this is really interesting and frustrating. Do we want to save this for tomorrow morning?
I think we're going to have a better result in the daylight.
I don't work until 4:30 tomorrow.
Let's try that then.
Why don't we do that? Yeah, because that'll be better. Because then it'll look better to be in the night. It'll look better to talk about the light in the light anyway. And then we do still have what was being recorded when we were trying. So we've got the little teasers and the testers. And then we can say, okay, we're going to do what we were going to do tonight, tomorrow now. And that's an extra teaser. And then let's be prepared to go live. So the cutting loose that you do of the souls that need to be there, maybe do that for tomorrow morning. And then we'll go live tomorrow morning.
How's 11 o'clock for you?
I would have said 10, but just only because that's my number. 11 is perfect because it's new beginnings.
Okay, 11. Notice now we're not talking about anything important, and the Zoom connection is just fine.
Yep. Spiritual